Hello children, how are you all? Myself Divya Sharma from Shivjyoti Educational Group, Kota. Children, today we will be doing revision of chapter number 4, climate. We'll have now revision of chapter number 4. Important points covered in chapter number 4 are weather and climate, factors affecting climate, the 3 heat zones. Now children, you must have noticed that the place in which you are living, sometimes it is cloudy, sometimes sunny, sometimes it is partly cloudy, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it snows in the mountainous regions, sometimes there are heavy storms, heavy winds. Now what is this? What do you think is this? This is nothing but the weather condition of a place. So weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. And weather changes from minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day or season to season, which depends on temperature, rainfall and the wind conditions. So these all conditions are nothing but the change of weather. Now how will you describe climate of a place? If your place is having most of the time it's sunny or most time of the years it's foggy, how would you define the temperature of that place? This is nothing but the climate. Climate is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time, and it is an average of 30 years and may change slightly from year to year. And this average condition includes your humidity, temperature, wind conditions and the cloudiness. Now we learnt about the factors which affect the climate. First we learnt about latitude. How does latitude of a place affect the climate of a place? We saw that at equator the sun rays fall vertically. So the places which will be near the equator will be hot, and as we go towards the poles the sun rays become slanting. Second we learnt about altitude, which is distance from the sea level. As you go higher, it becomes cooler. For example, as you visit a hill station, you will find a cold climate over there. So, height above the sea level is another factor which affects the climate of a place. Then we learnt about distance from the sea. Here we learnt that water heats up and cools more slowly. So, this also affects the climate of a place. It is warmer in winter and cooler in summer. Now, humidity is another factor. Humidity is the amount of water vapor or moisture in the air. Then we discussed wind is another factor which affects the climate of a place, and it depends from where the winds are blowing. It may be cool, hot, dry or full of moisture. So these are the factors which affect the climate of a place. Then we learnt about the heat zones on the earth. Torrid zone, which we learnt is extremely hot. Temperate zone, neither very hot nor very cold, that means it has a moderate climate. Frigid zone, which is very cold. Now I'll tell you through this diagram. Look here on the board. Here I'll discuss the climatic zones. As you know, these are the important latitudes: Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. Okay, now between your Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, here lies the torrid zone, which is extremely hot. This is on both sides of the equator. Between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn lies the torrid zone, which is extremely hot. And between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere, here you have the temperate zone. Okay, here you have the temperate zone, that is neither very hot nor very cold. Here lies the temperate zone. Now, between Arctic Circle and North Pole and Antarctic Circle to the South Pole lies the frigid zone, which is extremely cold. Here lies the frigid zone, which is extremely cold. So these are the three climatic zones: torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Now I will discuss internal questions with you all. Which zone is neither too hot nor too cold? Page number 25. Temperate zone. As we discussed that temperate zone has a moderate climate which is neither very hot nor very cold. Who are meteorologists? Page number 27 you will find. Scientists who study and predict the weather are called meteorologists. The scientists who study and predict the weather are called meteorologists. Now I will discuss the bookwork with you all. The condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time is called weather. As we discussed that at a particular place and time, what is the condition? That is called the weather. The rays of the sun fall vertically on the land near the equator but are slanting near the poles. The sun rays fall direct at the equator and towards the poles they become slanting. The heat zone within which the equator lies is the torrid zone, as you have seen in the diagram. The heat zone farthest from the equator is the frigid zone. Heat zone which is far away from the equator is the frigid zone. The heat zone which enjoys a mild climate is the temperate zone. Mild climate, that is the same which is neither very hot nor very cold. The amount of water vapor in the air is known as humidity. Humidity is the amount of moisture in the air. As we go up on a mountain, it becomes cooler. This is one of the factors also. As you go towards the mountain regions, it will become cooler. Now coming on to the true and false. Climate changes from day to day, that is false. Here it will be weather. Weather changes from day to day. The air in deserts has low humidity, that is true. Why? Because deserts are very dry. During the summer months, days are longer near the equator than far away from it. That is true. In summer months, we have long days. Most places in the temperate zone have a mild climate. This statement is also true. The climate near the equator is hot and wet. This statement is also true. As you know that air above the equator is laden with moisture, so it has a hot and wet climate. Now multiple choice questions. The climate of a place is affected by distance from the equator, humidity, height above the sea level, all of these. We discussed all of these factors affect the climate of a place. So option D is the correct option. Which of these zones receive the maximum heat from the sun? Tropical zone, frigid zone, temperate zone, or all of these receive equal amount of heat? That is the tropical zone which receives the maximum heat from the sun. A city is expected to have a moderate climate if it is near the equator, near the sea, near the mountains, near the poles. Near the sea is the correct answer. The places which will be near the sea will have a moderate kind of climate. If the latitude of a place is 30 degree north, it lies in the tropical zone, north temperate zone, frigid zone, south temperate zone. The correct answer is not temperate zone because the latitude over here is 30 degree north. A city lies on the equator. It is located on the plains far away from the coast. Its climate is expected to be, now if a city is lying on the equator and it is located on the plains, what kind of climate it will have? It will be hot throughout the year. So option A is the correct option over here. Now I will discuss the copy work. First we will discuss define humidity. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. The amount of moisture in the air is nothing but humidity. Name the 5 important factors that determine the climate of a place. The different factors that affect the climate of a place are distance from the equator, that is latitude, height above the sea level, that is altitude, distance from the sea, winds, the amount of moisture in the air, that is humidity. We have discussed all these factors in detail. Now, what is the difference between weather and climate? First we will take weather. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. What is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time? That is nothing but weather, and weather can change from day to day. Whereas climate is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time. Okay, climate is the average weather condition of a place and it remains the same for a long period of time. Climate changes from place to place. How does the climate of a place affect the people living there? The climate of a place affects the people living there in terms of food, clothes and houses. Now, the people are affected by the climate of a place they are living. In terms of food, it decides what kind of crops can be grown there. So, it depends the food habits. Clothes, either they are living in the plain areas or towards the mountains, so it will affect their clothing style. It will also affect the houses, like places which receive more rainfall, they will have sloping roofs as compared to the plains. Why do areas near the equator receive more heat from the sun than those near the poles? It is so because near the equator, sun's rays fall directly on it, and at poles they fall in a slanting manner. We saw that at the equator the sun rays are directly falling, and as we go towards the poles it becomes slanting. So, areas which are near the equator will receive more heat. Name the different types of heat zones and describe the general climate of each zone. Tropical, that is also called torrid zone, which is very hot. Frigid zone, which is very cold. Temperate zone, neither very hot nor very cold. How do winds affect the climate of a place? As we discussed that wind is an important factor which describes the climate of a place. So, the climate of a place is affected by winds from where they have come. They may be hot, cool or full of moisture depending on where they are coming from. For example, the monsoon winds from the Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea brings more rain, whereas the winds coming from the desert will be hot. So, this is how winds affect the climate of a place. This was all about the revision of chapter number 4, children. For the detailed explanation, go through the previous video again, complete your book work, copy work and write down the internal questions. Thank you.